Yo, Fake Radio. Got a very special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
Ooh, let me turn that off. My name is Catera. I am an artist and producer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So we met at a listening party a few months back, and I asked you, I was like, what kind of music you make? And I forget the exact explanation, but I was intrigued for sure. So you told me to listen to Face It, and I was like, all right. So I listened to it on the way home, and I immediately the serotonin went up because I was like, oh, this is the exact type of shit that I listen to. I was like, oh, perfect. This is this is the shit that I'm into. So I was very, very excited to get to talk to you.
Yay.
So you started making music recently, right? Like about a year ago?
I took it seriously recently. Yeah. I started producing maybe 2019.
All right.
In 2020, I started producing for someone else.
Uh-huh.
And then, I think 2022, I was let me really start crafting a sound. I was kind of just doing it more so. It wasn't, there was no intention behind it. There was no just doing it. So 2022, I was like, okay, let me start dropping stuff and start crafting the image of an artist.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've always made it. Even probably before 2019, I would always download random free DAWs and random websites to make shitty beats.
Uh-huh.
So it's always been there, but yeah.
Did you grow up playing instruments too?
Nah. Other than the required band when you're in elementary school.
Oh, okay.
No, nothing. No.
I feel you. And then the first song I heard from you was Sunday Born. That was the first.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What's the story behind that song? What?
Sunday Born.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of my first songs where I'm rapping for real. No, She Said Your Loss was first, but Sunday Born. That was a beat I found. I made that beat. I don't know when, but I rediscovered it, and I was like, oh shit, this is actually pretty cool. So I just rapped on it. But basically, I was born on a Sunday. Yeah. That's where Sunday Born comes from. Right. The song is about Sunday Born has missed a couple of generations. It's kind of a gospel song, but in the same way, it's a bit self-glorifying. Yeah. So it's at the time I was kind of idolizing myself. Okay. In a way, that's kind of what that song is about. Yeah. I don't really relate to it much anymore.
I feel you.
But that's what it was kind of about at the time.
Yeah. And you got the project that came out earlier this year, Can You
Drive? Yeah. That was kind of a cleanup of a bunch of shit I used to make.
Got you.
That was let me just get this out into the world. Yeah.
It sounded cool though.
Thank you.
That one song, Fall On Me.
That's my favorite. Yeah. That's one of my favorites too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. That beat goes hard for sure. And so you said Face It is the song you're most proud of?
Yeah.
Explain why the song is the one you feel the most.
When I made that beat, I had a very clear vision of how I wanted it to sound. I think that's the closest I've ever got to executing a vision of how I wanted a beat to sound. I think the beat is beautiful. I really love that beat. I made that beat in 2020, and that's another beat that I when I was cleaning up the files, I rediscovered it. I was oh shit. So yeah, I love that beat. And the rap, it actually started off as a poem I wrote.
Okay.
And I just expanded on it and made it a bit more rappy, if that makes sense.
That's cool. Yeah. And do you write poetry a lot, a lot of your...
I used to a lot more. Now I've just been more so rapping.
Yeah.
But I started off with poetry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up. And so when it comes to rapping, who are your main influences, shit that made you start to want rapping like that?
Definitely Mike Makami.
Uh-huh.
Definitely Earl Sweatshirt.
Got you.
Those are my early influences when I first started producing hip hop. Cause I used to produce techno, house.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and then when I started doing hip hop, those were my biggest influences.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as
nothing going.
As far as vocally though, I'd probably say I actually have nothing out that reflects this, but lately it's been Baby Africa. I really like what she does vocally.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff that I have in the vault right now kind of reflects that influence a little more.
You listen to China?
China who?
The girl who she passed away, but like the girl who used to roll with
A$AP. I didn't know. I didn't listen to her.
Oh no, you and her sound like a little similar, a little bit, low key. Yeah.
Okay,
like
I'm gonna check her out. I do remember when she passed though, but I never tapped in with her.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was a big fan of like the early A$AP shit, so I was like, she was one of my
Okay, so
yeah. And you spent some time in New York too, right?
No, I never been.
Oh right, okay, you never. Okay, who was that? I was definitely talking to someone that who. Okay, good.
I ain't never been. That's soon though. That's very soon.
That's soon. You're going. You pulling up. Nah, I see, because like a lot of your music, it's like the way I interpret it a little bit is like claustrophobic, a little in like a sense.
Okay.
So then it's like I think of like hanging out in like people's like New York apartments like at nighttime, and it's
that's
like
dope.
that's kind of why I thought that. Yeah.
That's dope.
Mhm.
I love hearing like other people's perceptions of my music.
Interpretation.
Because me, it's just like, it's me, so I can't really perceive it. So when it's like perceived to me, it's like, oh shit, yeah, I do see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
cool.
You said something in your Decor, like where you interview yourself, where you're like, I want like everyone to like get on my kind of sound. Like, I really fuck with that, because like I was like, you have like a very unique style that like people, like a lot of people will try to replicate it. Like even my artist was like, play me something. I was like, that sounds like some shit like Catera. I was like, oh, it's like that's interesting. So like where where do you like? So you said you were inspired by like Mike, but like what kind of stuff do you want to take like further with it? Like what kind of artists do you want to see hopping on your kind of sound like?
Mostly, I don't know if I want any like established artists to hop on it, because I feel like when established artists hop on like upcoming stuff, it never hits. But I would, you know how Playboi Carti is influencing like a whole subgenre of people who are coming up after him. That's the influence I would love to have. That type of shit. And how like every time he drops, he creates like a new subgenre of hip hop. Which is that's the type of influence I would want to have.
I feel that.
He's like constantly evolving his style, his sound, and it's like every evolution has a big impact on like the people who come after him. And that's like really dope for someone like as young as he is. So that's definitely a type of influence I would want to have.
I feel you. And you got Decor, which is your zine where you have artists interview themselves. What kind of inspired you to do that? Start that kind of.
It really just came to me.
Yeah,
I was just at work, and it literally just came to me. I was like, oh shit, that's so fire. I'm gonna start that like immediately. So I hit up the homies and was like, okay, who's available this week to get to do this? And
there you go. And you've got Keovani, Arlena, yourself, and Gelado.
Yes.
So what, like, do you just kind of hit people up randomly, like just the homies that you just know right now?
Right now it's just the homies, because you know they're obviously the easiest to access. So right now it's the homies. But soon I want it to be fucking everybody.
There you go.
Everybody. But right now I'm covering like the people closest to me, and it's really cool learning. It's like every time I'm editing it, I'm almost like falling in love again with my friends, you know?
I'm like, that's what's up.
So it's just really cool to like hear how they think and how they like process and how they like speak to themselves. Like Gelado's was funny because like he never asked himself a question. Like he was just like really just talking to himself, you know? No. And some people they like they take on a more like interviewer and me approach, and some people are just more like I don't know, some people they like separate themselves from themselves, and some people are just like talking to themselves. So it's interesting to like view that.
It's therapeutic too, because like everyone has like, you know, therapy sessions with themselves and type of shit. So it's like it's cool to like get that on camera. It's kind of like
when I don't know when I'm gonna drop hers, but I did the homegirl Lishay's. Hers is super therapeutic. Like she was definitely like really talking with herself. And I think it's really important. It opened up a new perspective to me of like I feel like often we don't really like talk to ourselves, like dialogue. I think we kind of think about ourselves or think to ourselves, but we never like talk to ourselves like a question and answer and like end of conversation, beginning of conversation, just like okay, I'm thinking about myself.
That's true. You know? And
so,
a lot of people are like scared to do that kind of thing, because like I recently dropped my own interview of myself, but like I had someone else interview me. Like it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't just me talking to myself.
We gotta get you on Decor.
I'll fuck with that.
2024.
Sure. Yeah, 2024.
Yeah.
We'll do it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Also, you shoot it. So do you shoot at the same place, the same area?
No, I use the same camera.
Because you got because you got Gelado's is like in the
Yeah,
right,
Gelado's is at Kaivani's house.
Right,
Kaivani's is. It's like a block away from his house. Some little cut we found.
Gotcha.
Arlena's was in Long Beach at this park. She was like sitting in this tree. It was beautiful.
But then yours is at a different park.
Yeah, mine is at like this nature center.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they're always different locations.
But it's always like you have like it's like the same camera with like the vintage. Yeah.
Same camera, same mirror.
Gotcha.
Trying to keep those like visual signifiers, I guess, of the brand. Does that make sense?
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've always been into zines and like vintage?
I've always really been into vintage cameras. I have a big collection of vintage cameras. But I've never really used them. So this is like the first time I'm really like putting them to use. They've kind of just been like just sitting there looking pretty. This is the first time I'm like really using them.
Yeah.
But as far as zines, it was an idea I had years ago that kind of left. And then it came back. So I was like, okay, let me like actually do it this time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There we go. Nah. And, like, for, like, visual, like, because you seem like a very, like, aesthetically visual person. Like, you trying to do more, like, music videos type shit. Like, yeah. There we go. Yeah. What's your favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite Godard movie, but I really like his movies stylistically.
Okay.
And I seen this one short film. It was so cool. I think it's called. It was in a different language.
Yeah.
It was called Potoman or something like that. It's just this guy trying to convince this lady to put this statue up of like something, but it was like controversial war times. So he's just trying to convince her. But visually, it's like so pretty because like the sky is super blue. They're on like this big green mountain. She has a red dress on.
There we go.
So like, I don't know what my favorite movie is.
That's cool.
But those are just some that came to mind.
And you're dropping an EP in March?
Yes, I think it's 7 to 9 songs.
Oh, okay. That's like
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little tape. I don't have a name for it yet.
Gotcha.
Well, the current name is Cele, like CELE. The prefix for like celebration, celebrity, celestial. That's the current name. It's been changing a lot, so it may or may not stick. But yeah, I think that's the most focused. It's very focused.
Okay.
I made it in like a month.
Got you. So it's all done, like everything's.
Yeah, I just need to mix it.
Got you.
Music videos, kind of build the like world around it.
Yeah. What kind of inspired that, like, Cele?
I think I just seen the word celebration. I was trying to Google like what the prefix meant.
Got you.
And
there we go.
Yeah.
What inspired the title of your first project? Can you drive?
The title? It's actually kind of funny. Yeah. I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was driving, and I was just asking her like, "Can you drive?"
Yeah.
And I was asking her that because I wanted to like get on top of the car and like surfboard it. So I was asking her like, "Can you drive?" And she thought it was so funny. That was something she would always repeat to me, like, "Can you drive? Can you drive?"
Yeah.
So around the time of like that relationship is when I put that project together.
Got you. That's fire actually. It's like that's just like a quote that someone said.
Yeah.
It's like that's I fuck with.
And I made the little license plate cover and
Yeah. No, I used to back when I was like bored in like songwriting. Like one of my like I was like considering having like the title be like some shit some girl said to me. So I was like, I feel that for sure. And where like. This is a random question, but in the Face It, like the single cover, like where is that you're in?
We're in Paris.
That was in Paris?
The person on the cover that was my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
We were in Paris at some art studio.
Yeah.
And just took that picture of her.
That's sick as fuck. Yeah. No. That's cool. So we got a game on the show where you've seen Alina do it, where it's you choose one person to collab with who you know personally who you haven't collabed with before, call them out, and then one person who you don't know personally, like dream collab, someone you just don't know like whoever you want. Yeah.
Okay, someone I know, he's a producer. We went to high school together. We've always talked about making music together. It's just, and he sent me beats, but like, they're all good, but they've yet to like. But one day I just want to get with him, like, same space and cook with him. His name is Quenton, but I think his artist name is something different.
Got you.
But Quenton, I really want to make some stuff with him.
Yeah.
And someone who I don't know, maybe. I would really like Tyler the Creator produced something.
Got you.
I remember hearing him in an interview talking about how he was talking about in the future he wants to just only produce for other artists.
Yeah.
So I hope sometime in the future I could be one of those artists he produced for.
He pops up in like crazy play. Have you heard the song he did with Silk Money?
I remember that project. Yeah. What song? He did the whole project.
He did. Wait, did he do the whole project? Oh, that was all. Because there's one song where he's like on,
some years ago they did projects together.
Yeah, that's like right before Igor. I was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like I just got into Silk Money like recently.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and I was like, oh wait,
Silk Money's a throwback for me. Yeah. I used to fuck with the whole council game, and I was like, actually, that's a pretty early influence for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a really early influence for me, especially the whole council gang, like 2016, but especially Cyrax, his song True.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like,
I know.
Yeah, I feel like knowing that song and like knowing what I make, you can like kind of hear the.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The influence. That was definitely an early influence for me.
Yeah, and you came up you're born and raised Long Beach, right? Yeah, so like, what kind of music over there the scene there kind of influence you?
Long Beach is a big melting pot.
Yeah.
Now that I'm like of age, I'm just not getting into the scene. But I was always just surrounded by just hip hop, and I'm just not getting to see Long Beach, so like I'm not really like
Yeah,
but yeah, a lot of hip hop was always playing like in the streets. My mom played a lot of gospel and a lot of like R&B, a lot of oldies. Yeah. So
And I noticed like when you're performing, even just when you're out, you got a lot of like symbols. Yeah. Is that like big inspired like religion and that kind
of it is. Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah. That's what's up. And I was happy to see you perform that one time because I was like, the first time I heard your music, I was like, oh, I bet this goes like crazy live. And then that was your second performance?
Yeah.
That was really good too for that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you playing more live shows? Anything?
Yes, I should have one the 27th. It's Monday. My homegirl Shivani, she has like a multi-part series of shows / parties. Yeah. So I think this is part 5.
Okay.
So I'll be there. Arlena will be there too.
There we go. I fly back to LA that day, but at like 1 a.m. So I don't think I'll pull up.
If you could catch it, you should.
Yeah, pull up if you can. For sure. And anything else in the future of Catera?
Yeah, I think
got the EP coming out, got more shows.
2024, I want to drop a lot of collab projects.
Oh, okay.
So obviously the main project will be my solo project, which is like completely produced by me. Yeah. But I also want to drop a lot of like collab EPs that are either produced by other people or like co-produced. So I want to have one with, so I don't even know if I should say names. Well, whatever. Everybody gonna beat me up. No. I want to have one with Lil Flick. We want to do something super jazzy. We've been talking about that. I want to do one with Renzo Starr. I want him to produce.
Got you.
One for me. And I think I want to do one with Kaifani too. We used to talk about that.
I can see that, yeah.
Me and Arlena kind of spoke about it. But we have.
And y'all got songs together, you know.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, I ain't gonna say that because it's never been spoke about, but. Oh. Okay, we have a song called Damn Daddy, which is produced by, you heard that.
Yeah, I heard that song, yeah.
Which is produced by Jaden and Gelado. I don't know why I just had a brain fart.
Me too.
And I feel like a collab tape of us 4 would eat really bad.
So you, Kaivani.
I'm sorry, me, Arlena, Lotto, Jaden. I feel like that would eat.
Okay. That's a cool.
But the only one that I like that's gonna happen is me and Sakai. That's the only one that's confirmed.
Got you.
But I'm gonna push for those other ones because 2024 I'm gonna drop a lot of collab projects.
Yeah.
I want that to be the crux of it.
Yeah.
And also, after I close out of this project I'll drop in March, when I start back producing, I definitely want to be more like hands-on.
Yeah.
More like I played with an S&P 505. It was Gelado's. He was teaching me how to make the beats, and I kind of fell in love with the process of like touching the beat, you know, and actually like being super hands-on.
Yeah, because you just done it all digital.
Yeah, all super digital.
Yeah.
So I think in the future I'll change my process to make things fun again by just being super hands-on.
Hell yeah.
And interacting with the music in a different way.
Yeah. And would you say that jazz is like another big influence like you're into
definitely.
jazz? I hear that definitely.
Yes, I love jazz.
Yeah. No, I'll be like, oh shit, there's a guitar, oh there's a saxophone, like I'll be into yeah. You have any favorite jazz artists?
Sun Ra.
Yeah.
On Heaven on My Mind, that the folks are walking, they're walking on the moon. That's a Sun Ra sample.
Yeah.
Definitely Miles Davis.
There we go.
See, I didn't know he was an influence because I didn't know his influence, but I think it's been Roy Hitcherson. Or Roy, it starts with an H.
Yeah.
But I recently watched a documentary about him, and I found out how much he influenced, like, the 90s style of jazz. So after watching that and listening to him, I realized, oh shit, he basically influenced like Erykah Badu, D'Angelo, like that neo soul, you know?
Got you.
So I realized, oh shit, he's a big influence because he influenced all the people that influenced me.
Yeah.
So
that's that's real for sure. Yeah.
And
I've heard the name. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Is Catera, that's your real name?
It's my middle name, yeah.
Oh, fine. Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you so much for pulling up.
Thank you.
Check her out everywhere. Everywhere. It is fire music. And yes, sir, shout out Jimmy K Feds and the Squeak Squad. And Easy, Catera, we out.